so dangerous, it's so dangerous. YPG is dangerous, dangerous, it's so.
Yeah, hello everybody. What's up, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey everybody.
Welcome to the Premier Boy Podcast. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman.
This is Aaron Sands.
This is your boy Roddy.
Yeah, so welcome to episode 3 of the Premier Boy Podcast. Hope everybody having a good day today.
Hope all is well. Hope you enjoy your weekend. We got Columbus Day weekend coming up this weekend. It's going to be the 3-day weekend. Hopefully you get to enjoy that, you know?
Yeah, let's get started, y'all.
Alright, so you already know each episode you start off with a question of the day. So Roddy, I want to make sure you read the question of the day.
What is it?
Should you be dating?
Should you be dating if you're broke?
Alright. I was thinking about this morning. I was on my way to my office or whatever, and I'm like, alright, you know, I'm watching people in relationships and everything, but with a lot that goes on with that, you know, times being hard, rent due. So I'm thinking, like, alright, should you really be dating if you're broke? You know, and I'm not talking about like broke, like as in, alright, all your bills are paid, but you know, you working, but all your bills are paid. I'm talking about like if you don't got no job, no type of income, or very, very little income. Should you be dating? And honestly, I don't think you should be dating if you're broke, bro. I don't think you should, because it's like, alright, you trying to date, but you not, you know, trying to build yourself up to actually get something new. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, what do y'all guys think about that?
Nah, I don't think so. I think you should be trying to get yourself together instead of focus on another person.
Yeah,
the priorities on straight, man.
Yeah, so I feel like get yourself together first and then start dating later. I mean, take it step by step, you know.
Yeah,
because you don't want to go on a date, go out on a date, and when it's time to pay for the bill, you don't have it, they end up helping for it. That don't sound right.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker, especially in this climate. You know what I'm saying? So nobody, like, you feel like ladies probably feel, and dudes too, they probably feel like, I bet, like, if you paying for if we're not gonna have, or you taking me out, but I end up gotta pay. Like, I could have went out to eat by myself. You feel me? Like,
or you feel like the guy should be the provider, not the woman. You know.
That's a fact.
So I feel like get yourself together. If you know you're ready to take her out, then take her out. You know.
That's it.
Roddy, what do you gotta say?
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be dating, but I mean, if you're already in a relationship, there is a way to go about it. There are cheap dates, and there are like, if it's in the summer, you can basically go date for free. You can just walk around.
Lots of stuff to do.
You know, go to Dwayne Reed, get yourself a little snacks. You know,
have a picnic.
Walk in the public. Walk in the public.
Like I said, episode 1, long walk to the beach. Like, come on.
Alright, that's all fine and well, but how does that work in the winter? 1, 2, are you really doing that on date number 4?
Right. I mean, the winter's gonna be more of a stay in the crib, you know, type shit.
And ice skating ain't free, bro. Shout out to Rock Center, you know what I'm saying?
But that'll be more like calling under the covers, watching TV. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But you still can do movie cheap.
That's true. Like I said before, this ain't for the ones who got like the bills paid, but just don't got no money because the bills are paid. I'm talking about people who don't got bread at all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that was a big situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So now we're about to go to the main event topics.
Yeah. So main event, y'all.
So first question: what is love?
All right. So basically, as you know, this episode in particular, is about what is love. You know, when love calls. What do you do if it calls you on the phone? You feel me? So if you're talking about what is love, I would say that shit is like a drug.
Oh yeah,
it is a potent. It's stronger than heroin, my guy. Love got you out here at a shorty crib 3 a.m, you know, trying to get her back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she not smanging some other dude. You know what I'm saying? Or having a dick in her throat. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know, and you praying on that. You know what I'm saying? Love is sitting there standing in one place, texting the girl that you talking to, arguing over 50 minutes, staying in one place. Because you love them. If you didn't love them, you wouldn't be doing those things. You know? So I feel like it's a drug, man. It's just like any other drug, like weed, you know, heroin, alcohol, you know. but it's stronger than all of those put together. You know what I'm saying? It can leave you in a real fucked up place.
Love makes you do some crazy things, yo. And love is just basically a strong emotion that you have for that one person. You know, when you're in love, you just see you and that person. It's like the world could be shaken, and that's it. Like, it's just you and her. You see nothing else. And it's just really dope when you're really in love, but when it is going to be ups and downs as well, you know?
Well, you know, for me, love is action. If you got strong feelings for that person, somebody you can see for the rest of your life, sacrificing for that person, you know, just like as Roddy said, do crazy things. It's like a drug, like Rondo said as well. It's like a drug, and love is a guy that gives you the crazy feeling, a good feeling, and the bad at the same time. There's always two parts of love, you know.
I feel like it's like you get like, you know, especially when you start something new, you start a new relationship and everything, and you love the fact of it being new. Like, new love is like the worst. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the best, but it's the worst at the same time, because it's like, all right, you're finding out something new about a person, you feeling something from somebody that you never know, you haven't even don't know before, or somebody that you had your eye on in a minute. So everything's gonna seem new in like the first 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Of course. So it's like, all right, boom, you know, you're dealing with somebody, you getting that old feeling back, and it feels great to you, you know. But then I feel like later on in relationships, you end up trying to chase that feeling you felt early.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
honeymoon phase.
Cupcake phase. Feel me? Like, you get all nice, and next thing you know, year and a half in, you trying to chase that back. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll be able to maintain that. But other times, you know, it might not work out that way. You know, so that's where I feel like it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. All right, so next question. What do we as people bring into relationships? Let me start. I know that bring communication. We bring
we bring trust.
Trust, there you go. Trust, trust. There you go. That's what I want to say.
And I mean, like, the thing with that, like with the whole, what we bring, like, you gotta bring communication, you gotta bring trust, you gotta bring honesty.
Yeah, of course, honesty.
Because you could be in a nice relationship, and next thing you know, you'll be caught up in a thought story, you know? And then what? So you gotta be honest about it.
I agree with both of y'all. You bring honesty, trust. You bring your full self as best as you can, because remember, a relationship is two different personalities coming together as one. So you're always going to have two different sides of the coin when it comes to discussions, when it comes to doing things a certain way.
Yeah, man. I mean,
teamwork makes a dream work.
I mean, and that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try, like, I've been in relationships, and I've seen different relationships, and, you know, you don't want to, the worst thing about it is you don't want to bring, you know, you don't want to bring more than the next person, you know? You don't want to bring more than your counterpart. And the same, and vice versa, you feel me? So it's like, you're looking at it, and it's like, all right, you know, are you bringing enough? Are you bringing too much? You know, are you putting too much time? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to bring a lot to a relationship, but you don't want to bring too much to where you're the only one doing it, and you feel like you dating yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know, 'cause that's what it basically feels like that sometimes, depending on depending on what you're dealing with.
Of course.
So yeah.
All right, so let's explain your first love. Like, when was the first time you was in love with a person?
Yeah, I want to start that one. Or should I? I'll let y'all start that one. I'll go last.
I'll talk. So, Kobe ain't naming no names in this. So, the first girl I fell in love with, you know, I met her. Funny thing, I met her through MySpace. And, you know, she used to go to a school called Cloud Barton. You know, one day I was in the library just talking, and we met up.
That was your first mistake right there. You meeting girls in Clara Barton. All right, that was your first mistake, but I ain't.
Yeah, it's a whole drama between all that, but we ain't gonna get to that because that's not important. So then I met her. Of course, she didn't like the first impression because she was very judgmental. But I guess as time went on, things started to grow between us, and then we started to like each other. Of course, I started falling for her first, of course. And then later she started falling for me. You know, me and her was together for like, oh yeah, by the way, this was back in 2007, by the way. I had to mention the date because it's not recent. So, so we started dating, going on dates, and I ended up taking her virginity.
Hey, I had taken V cards.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course, that relationship was not perfect at all because a lot happened in that relationship. A lot happened, but you know, she ain't gonna lie, but she was my first love. I did fall in love with her at one point.
Okay.
Even though to this day, me and her do not talk at all, or barely talk, I should say. I do think about her, you know, every day, you know.
Aw, that's cute.
I mean, every here and there, not every day. I'm bugging. Every here and there.
It's an everyday, bro. That was your first go-to. Oh, this is
Whatever.
So that's your
It's all
first.
good though. I can't.
But that's my first love story.
Yeah, so my first love, I would say, is when I was young, elementary. Young love, like Chris Brown would say. I was back in elementary, you know, so me and her was in the same class, you know, we clicked. We started like chilling around the school. See her on the playground, see her in the lunchroom, chill with her after. She would come, I'll walk to her house and she would walk to my house, you know, we just do like, you know.
It sound like a 90s music video.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
can we talk type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's basically how it went down with that, you know.
All right, Tevin Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Tevin
And
Campbell.
it's like,
LL Cool J, Mr. LL Cool J.
and it's like, you know, she was so passionate about me and stuff, and it just felt so good at the time. Even though I was little and I was young, people like, you don't know what you're doing yet or nothing. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Feel good.
like
so-
you know, like you knew what it was though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
okay.
it was just feelings, and then, you know, so basically I think after elementary we went to middle school together, and then we basically just was dating the whole time, you know. She knew my people, I knew her people, and then of course it went down south, and of course it went south after a while. We just got tired of each other.
Dang.
She moved out the area that I was growing up, so I lost touch with her for all them years, and then in 2008 she found me on MySpace and found out she had a daughter. She told me she had pregnant when she was like 16 or whatever. Now, it's 2019, she married and got like 5 kids.
God
Wow.
Bruh.
And
That was your
we
first.
we just basically still cool to this day. Like, she hit me up every now and then to see how I'm doing genuinely. And I met her husband. He's okay, he's cool. He chat with me. So yeah, that was my first love. So.
Damn, your first love ended up having like 12 kids, got married and all. That's crazy. I would have stopped the wedding on some different world Dwayne shit. You feel me? Like, I'd have been like, baby, please not.
Nah, no need for all that.
No need for that, son.
Alright, so a lot of people don't really know this too much, but my first love was actually in second grade. Second grade. I'm not gonna spit no names, nothing. This was back in like 9'4", 9'5". So I'm saying that I literally was like the smartest kid in class, bro. So it was weird. And as I'm answering questions, this one girl, she just kept looking at me hard body for like a second grader or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So every time we'll get ready to line up, she'd be like, "Oh, hi," and I'd be like, "All right, hi." And then it been like we kept doing those exchanges for like maybe 3 weeks, you know. And then one day she came up to me, she was like, "Yo, hi," and I'm like, "Hey," and then she kissed me, first kiss. That was my first kiss. I ain't know what to do with that, so I'm like, "All right, this seems dope. I'm gonna say hi to her more often." And then there was one time where we were making out, whatever, in the schoolyard and shit. And I'll never forget it. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm looking at her. We staring at each other. She take a booger, right? Out of her nose, right?
Ew.
I know. Took a booger right about her nose. Ate that right in front of my face.
Yeah, I don't know why
God.
young kids used to do that.
It was weird as hell. But the crazy thing about it is I knew I was in love because I didn't care. I kissed her anyway.
Ew.
You know? I didn't care. All right?
I don't care.
When you know you're in love when you don't care about stuff like that. Like now, my shorty, she pull a booger out her nose and eat it. I'm about to question the relationship. I'm like, listen, I don't know about this anymore. I don't know if I could deal with this in my life. You know? But back then I didn't give a fuck. So we still making out and everything, and I guess the whole second grade class seen it. And they were like, oh, y'all should kiss after school. Oh, all that kiddie type shit, right? So 3 o'clock came. I'm like, yo, I'm nervous as hell. Because not everybody know. Even the teachers know. So I'm like, hey. She's like, hey. And the whole class there talking about, oh, let's see him do it. Let's see him put it together. Yeah. And next thing you know, I ran because I was scared, yo. I ran away. And then she followed me into like the back of the, like there was like a little jungle gym in the back of the yard. She went there and then we made out for a little bit. And then you heard a group of, ooh, all that or whatever. So I ran out of there. And then we got to the gate and we started making out at the gate. But what I didn't know was my grandma was like coming up the block on the schoolyard. She was like, "What the hell? Get off that girl! Get off that girl right there!" So she yanked my collar. My grandma yanked my collar, dragged me out the schoolyard and everything. I'm like dumbfounded or whatever. And she came to the gate and she was like, I love you. And I was like, I didn't know how to feel about that because I never had that happen to me. So of course we was down for the talk or whatever like that, and my mom was upset. My dad shouted me out, and then next thing you know, I didn't see her after that. And I found out in 3rd grade that she got transferred to a neighboring school.
That's the worst.
You know, and I didn't see her again until Facebook. I saw my friends you may know. And a lot of times I don't like adding the friends you may know, but I actually did know her. So I added her. Come to find out, she had like a couple kids, bad relationships. And I don't know, that whole eating boogers thing kind of like turned me off at like 25. So I was like, I'm good. So yeah, man. Stupid. But when I was 7, I didn't care, man. Just went right for it.
Yeah, we all was in love. We all had that, either some puppy love or just in love. First love, man. Alright, so let's talk about your best relationship or / your worst relationship.
Alright, okay.
You know what? Let me start this. I'm gonna keep it 100. I never had a great relationship ever, so I give you an answer the best. But I can answer the worst.
Well, that's easy.
I can answer the worst.
Like,
So this girl who had to be my first, as in first, kind of was my first relationship because a lot happened. When she ended up doing stuff with, I'm not gonna mention the thing, somebody that I know. But
damn shame, yo.
Yeah. Also, she cheated on me with another guy.
Oh, damn.
Imagine, I think I was like 19 with him, 19. And I did with like one of the first relationship also, and sort of since she got us set up at one point. So yeah, I'm behind it. Yeah, that was like one of my worst relationships.
Alright, talking about a worst relationship. I always tell people you never want to eat where you shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was dealing with somebody that I worked with, and what it was. And a part of it was my fault because of the fact that, you know, I was interested, but I wasn't like interested OD, you know? And all of the time we just kept arguing, bro, like all of the time. And granted, we vibe great, you know? She was a Leo, she's a Leo, I'm a Leo, so you think all Leos get together and do their thing or whatever, you know? But that's not always the case. So we always argued, and then the thing was, we argued, but then we had to see each other at work, you know? So you mean to tell me I gotta argue with you, and I gotta see your face at work? Like, come on, man. It almost made me quit my job. It was that bad. But it was crazy, but at a certain point, it got too bad to the point where, you know, I was like, you know what? We can't do this anymore. Because we're not getting anywhere. So we amicably broke up, you know. Plus, she went through my phone and she found out I was talking to a few other females anyway. So, you know, that's a whole other thing. So that was one of my worst relationships. The best one of all time, ever, is the one I'm in right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, shout out to Bay. You know who you are. You are so fucking amazing. And out of anybody that I could have been with in my life, and I do mean anybody, I wanted to be with you. And I'm not talking to the guys, and I'm literally talking to you through this podcast. Anyway, I could have been anywhere in the world, and I wanted to be with you. And I'm glad that you came into my life the way you did. And I wouldn't change a thing about it. So you know who you are. You know, I ain't gotta say words. I ain't gotta say more.
Well, I could say that I don't think I had worse. I just had like okay and best. So I could say that the best one is basically my last relationship / the one I'm trying to rekindle right now. And it was a lot of ups and downs, but you know, that's with any relationship. You always have your ups and downs, you know. She just brought out a lot in me. I learned a lot and tried to grow me as a person. I was so in love. It was showing. I didn't want to be without her at all. To go nowhere without her. You know. And that's basically what it is.
Okay, good thing y'all both explaining your current situation, because that's the next question anyway. What's your current relationship status? Explain your last relationship. Funny thing. Funny thing.
So with me right now, I'm actively in the relationship. You know, you just basically heard me confess my whole life out here to the podcast.
So explain, how long you been with her?
Well, we're currently like in the middle of a strong 2 years. You know, getting like 2.5. You know, and so far it's going pretty good. I mean, it's like we go through normal people shit. You know, there's days where I love being around her, and then there's days I can't stand her ass. You know, and I want to shake her, you know, but then there's days that I wouldn't want anybody else around me except her, you know. So, and on top of that, she got me through like a real dark period in my life where I lost a lot of people, and the fact that she was being supportive, but she let me know what it is, it made my respect grow. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah, go. All
right. So, one time, right, a couple birthdays ago, I was going to Vegas, right? First time going to Vegas, right? Everybody told me, y'all guys too. I ain't letting y'all talk on this shit. Y'all told me, yo, well, you told me you wasn't coming, so I get that. You said you was coming, and then you said you wasn't coming.
Yeah, a lot happened, so you don't have money.
I already know. But I know, like, a lot of people started, like, not coming shit. Only one person came. Shout out to the homie Eric, you know? But then, I told my current girlfriend about it, and she was like, yo, let me see something, and if so, I get the money right. So I end up going out to Vegas or whatever, living my life or whatever like that. She texts me talking about, yo, I'm about to take off on this flight. I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm gonna see you out there. That gave me so much respect because of the fact that she could have been like, nah, B, I'm staying where I'm at, and that's where we are. And
it was my last minute too.
Exactly. You know, to this day, how she pulled it off, I do not know. But the fact that she was able to sit there and do that, it made me really did respect her a lot more. You know, it showed her that she was there.
Yeah, I gotta say, she is a good girl, yo. Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm. So, what's you guys?
All right, Roddy.
Yeah, so what was the question again?
Hold on. What's your current relationship status?
Explain your last relationship. Which,
okay.
I'll enough.
So basically, I'm trying to get back to my old love that I was currently in love. That I was currently with, you know, trying to work slow, it was actually, it started out as a great relationship. At first, you know, we was clicking. I was down to do anything she wanted. She was down to do anything I wanted. She would come over, I would go over to her house. I was even going to her church every Sunday, mixing with her fam on holidays, you know. And, you know, as we was trying to progress, you know, she just started to get impatient by the speed that we was moving. You know, I was at a point in my life where I was trying to get it together, but she was just progressing. And then I guess in her heart she felt like, yo, what's going on? I feel stagnant. I'm panicking. So then she admit that, you know, she wanted to do this because, you know, we just getting older. And then 3 years came and she just said, you know, I'm just ready to do this. I'm ready to get married. What about you? Like, I don't even have it yet. I'm not ready.
So you even got it on me right now.
Basically. So like the third year was just extremely rough because that was the year that I had to do surgery. And then when I went and did surgery, my job called and said, we don't need you no more. You can't take off, whatever. So it was just a rough year for the both of us. Because she was just like determined. She wanted me to just be very serious that year and show it. So she was like, okay, you've been going to this church for mad long. You got to do something, bro. I said, I can't pay tithes right now. I just can't do it. Like, you can't stop pressuring me about the tithes. Cause even the church people was coming to us like, y'all been together for so long. Come on, what's going on? So like, it was just crazy. It was like a real open relationship with my family, her family. So and all that pressure just got to me, and I just said, you know what? I can't do this right now. You know, I'm just not ready to do the things you want to do. Like, you're moving too fast. I know. And then sometimes, I'm not gonna say it, but her replies was always rude. So and I just lost it as a reaction. You know. So then, you know, time go by, you know, I try to do my single thing, and I feel like, you know what, this ain't right. I'm missing her. This is definitely not right, yo.
Yeah, bro.
I'm bored. I wonder what she's doing right now. Constantly thinking what she's doing right now is like on the rip. So, you know, I was started to start this new job, and then we started again. But then she didn't have a new mindset. It was a mindset like we just picked off where we left off. Like, what the hell is going on? So then the attitudes got worse, and life was getting worse because, you know, at that point she used to just come over, spend time with me. And at that time I had my cousins coming to stay. I said, no, you can't come over. And then my shower was getting renovated. So I was like, no, you definitely can't come over right now. So it was just entirely rough at that point. Mm-hmm. And then she just started to get more impatient and rude. And she's like, oh, what are you doing? You're wasting my time. By this time, you should know what you want, la, la, la. So then it just started to like really just get real bad. So then I'm just like, you know what? We just can't do this right now. And then she's like, I want to do me. I want to do me. La, 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 la. And time went on, and she just did her. You know, I did mine. I didn't really talk because I was just so angry with the last conversations. You know, I just kept replaying in my head. And then my whole family was just getting opposed to her and whatever. It was just a lot, man. So it's like up and down. Really up and down sometimes when you're in love, but then you just fight for it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Now I had to take some time and really change my mindset because since I wasn't in the position to do anything, it just caused a friction. And it felt like she was in charge and she was the one wearing the pants. So now this time I'm trying to get it together so I could be I could be the man. I could be the one standing tall.
Be the provider.
Mm-hmm. Be the person that you wanted to be for her originally.
Yeah, exactly.
So that we have less problems.
Yeah.
And more.
Of course, it's gonna be new problems, but
yeah, but
it won't cause the problems that we were struggling with over the past 4 to 5 years. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna have to start over with the same. You're starting over immediately where you left off with the same problem.
Yeah.
You get to start with like new stuff.
Because life throws you anything.
Yeah, that's true, yo. That's
You don't
true.
even know. Something can happen tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Just don't know. Life comes at you fast, they say.
That's right.
That's true.
So that's basically it. I'm just trying to rekindle and rebuild what it is. And she knew that she was without me for so long. So she said, you know what? I'm going to let you do it this time. I'm going to let you lead and listen to what you got to say. I'm not going to be so stubborn. That's
Good,
what it is.
good.
That's where I'm at with this right now.
You know how rare that is?
It is rare, yo.
To have the lady tell you, like, yo, I'm gonna let you lead. I'm not gonna be stubborn. A lot of times, like I said in a previous episode, you got two people playing. Sometimes you'll have like two people playing quarterback,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you're like height, but then she's next to you like height.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, you can't play quarterback, and then she'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play
Yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
anyway. So the fact that she's letting you play quarterback and make these plays.
But at the same time, it's a different situation. So my mindset had to be all the way right. Because
Yeah.
it's not like she's living at her parents' house now. She's on her own.
Yeah, definitely true.
And she don't want to slack. She wants somebody that can help.
Yeah.
True.
That New York City living is
Oh, it's different.
rough.
For those who's listening out of New York State, there is no cakewalk here in the city, bro.
Nah, really not, yo. It's definitely hard.
People are hooking up just to pay the rent.
That's true.
They don't even like you. They just
True.
want to pay the rent. You know what I'm
and
saying?
they need shelter. They need
Yeah.
a roof over their head.
These are homeless sexuals. You know, and you gotta be, if you're gonna be in it with somebody, be in with somebody to be there. Don't be in it with somebody because rent due on the 4th. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely true.
So let's put it like, let's do that one.
So
you know?
basically, I already know what I got to do. So that's basically where I'm at with my relationship status right now.
All right, so my turn. All right, so me, you know, I've been single for 5 years. Been dating on and off. Some dates were alright, other dates were like, it didn't work out.
Sorry, bro. You can say it was trash.
Yeah, trash.
You can say trash.
Trash. It just didn't go anywhere. I mean, right now, I am talking to somebody. I've been talking to her almost for a whole year. I know at some point of that, I had to take a step back and get myself together because I wasn't that happy with things that are going on in my life. You know, I had a mental breakdown back around my birthday, money issues, stuff like that. Now, slowly getting back to myself now, and I pretty much continue where we left off. So, I mean, she's a good girl. You know, a little bit of a handful at time, but I am feeling her. Hopefully, things could see what happens, see how things go.
Yo, if you that girl, you need to be listening to this episode, bro.
Oh wow!
Alright, stop playing. I know I said this in season 2 of the premiere of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you haven't heard that yet, go hear it.
Basically,
All right, but if you're hearing that episode and now you're hearing this, hit this man up and stop playing, sis.
Yes, stop playing game, girl.
Come on,
but
man.
my last relationship, oh gosh. So back in 2014 to 2015, that pretty much was been dating the girl for 8 months. How I met her at Octagon. You know, one day I just dancing, me and her were dancing and stuff like that. Asked for a number. She was like, no, my man right over there. I was like, okay, my bad. He's a lucky guy. After I said that, she gave me the number anyway. So after that, we started dating and stuff. And it's weird because even though she was taken, the vibe between me and her was really, really good. To the point that, you know, it was something different than what I'm used to. And then I know we were feeling each other from that night. We on a couple more dates, and we both started falling for each other. To the point that she got out the relationship. So, you know, things were starting going good with the relationship, but then, you know, I guess the exes threw sort of in the picture because they were close friends, you know. But when it came to me and her, it was always good. It was always honeymoon phase when it came to me and her. And I'm not gonna lie, yo. If that situation wasn't the issue, I would probably still be with this girl to this day.
It's weird that you mention this story in this atmosphere.
Yeah.
Especially after looking back at what we learned from 2014 to now.
Yeah.
It kind of is like, all right, you got her off the fact that, you know, she was in a relationship, you know, and y'all were rocking. But it's like you lost her because of the fact that she was in a relationship and she was rocking with her former person.
Yeah.
It really goes back to saying, like, you know, you get them how you lose them. Lose them how you get them.
Exactly.
You know?
I guess I could say I came from the side guy to the main guy to nothing.
Now you a no guy. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, even though the person said that I would never a side person, but maybe I wasn't, but
it does sound side-ish.
Yeah, it does sound side-ish. Yeah,
you know, I'm not saying this you are automatically a side person, but looking on the outside in, you kind of like it seems it had side issues.
Right. Side issues. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, even after all that, she is an amazing person. She is a good girl. Another person who I think of every here and there, you know.
Oh, you're still thinking about it. Everybody thinking about their old thing. The only way to say we ain't thinking about their old shit. I
guess could be talking about it, but I mean, yeah. But I mean, she would never bag her. She always was, you know, she always was, I guess respectful. I could say she's a good one. Even though that little bad part of it, she was always a good girl though, and I appreciate her for that. You know, she has supported me in everything I do. The way I was doing acting and stuff like that. And I appreciate she would listen to the podcast too. And I appreciate she would be if you all listening. I appreciate you, you know.
Oh, yo, he appreciates you, bro. Alright? Y'all need to talk it out.
I don't know about that, but but yeah, so, next question is how do you feel about interactive relationships? Interracial, my bad. Interracial, my bad. I said interactive, I'm bugging.
I think every relationship is interactive. But as for the interracial ones, I don't see an issue with that. Love is love. If you're gonna say love is love, they gotta include everything. You know what I'm saying? Like with like different sex, same race, different race. You know, the heart gonna want what the heart want. That's know, right now my parents are like in relationships with like, you know, are in interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we have jokes about these type of relationships for days. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you the person that you're waking up to, and if you love the person that you're waking up to and going to bed to every night, it shouldn't matter like who or what they are, bro. You know, it's just, you know, you still love them. You know. So it shouldn't matter. So
yeah, interracial relationships is cool. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sometimes, you know, if you see like a girl you like that's bad, you get a little jealous because, you know, she with a Asian or a white dude. But, you know, at this point in life, I just realized I see so much is not even like to get upset with. They just love what they love. And there's so many people I went to school with that actually are into interracial relationships. I think I had an aunt that was in an interrelationship for a long time, so it's something that's not new to me. It's something that is adapt. Would I do it? Yeah, I checked out some. I work in the field where I see every type of female.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, me too. Yeah.
So there are some baddie Asian chicks, white chicks, you know. And you know, if I had the chance and I wasn't taken, I probably would, without a doubt.
Alright, for me, I definitely don't have a problem with interracial relationships. I know at one point I wasn't into it. For me, I should say, I know I always was big on just my own race, but then I guess something changed that back in 2013 that I started want to get into it. You know, I actually don't mind dating somebody from another race now. You know, and I know a lot of people that's in it. So I know a lot of people that's in it right now. Family members, people who went with the school with, people I know. So yeah, like Aaron said, love is love. And check out Love and Love Fridays on my page.
Yeah, man. Like, shameless plug, but oh well. Shit.
Alright, so do you think ladies judge guys love by what we can provide for them?
It's a tough one.
Shit, this is a tough one. I'm not even gonna lie about that. This is a tough one.
I feel like that's a case by case basis. You know, it's like sometimes you'll get in a situation, right? And it's like, all right, you know, you'll be in a relationship with a lady or with anybody, and then they'll love you just for who you are. You know, just for the person. They'll love you for you. You know what I'm saying? They love your personality. They love your sense of humor. All of that. You know. Now, providing for ladies, you know, is a must. You know, but sometimes, in some cases, I do feel like, you know, ladies do judge dudes love based on what they can provide for them at that current time. Yeah. Because even though you love them or whatever like that, at the end of the day, if you're trying to have like kids or you're trying to build a house or build a relationship, they're going to look at that as a viable option. Yeah. I'm not saying it's the only thing. I'm saying it's a top 3 thing. You know? Now, you want to be treated right, yeah, and everything. You know, that's all good too. But they want to see if you're able to sit there and do what you need to do to take care of the house that they want to be in. You know? So in a sense, it kind of does. You know? But it's not in a way where they're just trying to get your bread, guys. You know what I'm saying? I feel that's what I heard when I spoke to a few ladies about this one. You know? So, what about you guys?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This was a hard question for me to answer. Do you think ladies judge guys love by what they provide for them? Yes, I do think that. Because it could be a guy who's struggling right now, and ladies would judge him based on them not trying. I mean, we go through a lot. Like, us guys, we emotional too. We go through a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that. Sometimes we can't provide for y'all because somehow we have to be somebody to provide for ourselves sometimes. But that doesn't mean that we don't love y'all. You know, we would try anything we can to love you. We just have to show it a different way, even if it's we can't provide for y'all right at the moment. You know.
Yeah, I believe that they do at times. I mean, but everybody is different in what they look for and what they accept. So, some ladies are just comfortable with having a certain lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So, they would date a certain type of dude, and then when they break up with him, they'll try to find a dude that's in that same caliber just to continue that lifestyle.
Yeah, they're trying to maintain that.
If a girl was dating a basketball player,
well, he got money or something,
she might, and then she break up with him, she might still try to date a athlete type of status guy, is what I'm saying.
A football player, baseball player, a wrestler,
any player,
even wrestler.
Because my thing is like this, if say you dating a supermodel, right, or you dating somebody that's getting 2D bag, you know what I'm saying?
Industry,
yeah, and y'all break up. You're then not gonna go date a plumber.
They're not gonna downgrade.
You know, you're not.
Some females see it like they don't want to see the change, and it's like, I mean, most people, they just want to upgrade or stay the same. So it's like, I realize that a lot of people change, and if you ain't matching the criteria, it's definitely a deal breaker. Especially if the female got a lot going on. Yeah, and she a manager. She driving a whip.
She got degrees on degrees.
Yeah.
She's doing her shit.
Unless she's really, 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 really in love with a dude who don't have even half of that. She ain't looking his way. Sometimes, even if a girl is used to dating a guy who's 6 feet, I'm just saying, she's not gonna go for a guy that's 5'1", just because she know that's not the norm or that's not what she's about. So sometimes I feel like they do look at what we can provide, because they don't want to downgrade. They want to just continue where they at, and No, I see in a lot of people just, they don't like change or they can't adapt to change. They rather just be on the same status. Like most people, they won't deal with a guy who don't even drive.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's like, you think about it, right? You doing, like, say for instance, a lady's dealing with a dude who drives like a Camry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna, and I'm not saying Camry's like the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a whip. You're not gonna then downgrade to somebody who take the bus. Mm-hmm. You know, that's like when you do something new, you're now setting a new standard.
Yeah, that's true.
So now, whatever she's dealing with is going to be now the standard for that. So when you meet them the first time, you're like, okay, bet. You know, we're gonna bet. This is what we're gonna do. I'm not going down to anything less. And if you're going down to less, I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'll hear that a lot. But you know, that's
Something too, y'all?
Yeah.
I've been seeing couples take Uber pools.
Yeah, of course.
And that's dope, you know, because sometimes, like, it's not like how it used to be back in the days where, you know, now if you rode in the Camry, now you got to ride in the Chrysler 300, or now you got to ride, if you rode in the 300, now you got to ride in the Lambo, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say that just because a person don't drive don't mean they nothing wrong with them, something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Maybe some people choose not to drive, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or some people just gotta stop being so judgmental.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just because a guy's working in retail,
You know, he ain't no different than, you know, than the dude that's selling weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they both
there we
working,
go.
but just one, you know, I don't.
Maybe he don't see the.
But
maybe he'll see the money as the guy who's working a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
or the guy who's a boss.
yeah, as long as you're not broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it goes back to the first question.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah,
If you're broke, you should not be dating.
Yeah, true.
Should not be dating.
You should be on
shouldn't.
Indeed.
Should be on Indeed.
Indeed, sponsor us. You should be on Indeed looking for job opportunities.
That's definitely true. That's definitely
Get
true.
out there and go to the job fairs.
Indeed, hire us.
Or try to find some side hustles as well.
That's it. Something.
But we can
Just don't sit at home and do shit.
But we
You're sitting at home, you're not doing nothing.
That's true. That's true. All right, so how does mental health affect relationships? Ooh, that's
All right, I gotta start with this one off because I've been in many a situation where all right. It's kind of the tough part of this conversation, and I was kind of leery about jumping into this, but I feel like it's the only way I will get work through this. Mm-hmm. All right, so every now and again, I'll go through a depression spell. You know, I'm not clinically, you know, I didn't go to a doctor, you know, nothing like that. But you know, there's times where I do feel like I'm like, yo, like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm never good enough. You know. I feel like mental health plays a major role because the fact that you or your other significant other might be going through something, like you could, you know, like it's a test for the relationship because now it's like, all right, will you hold me down or you be there for me even while I'm going through this?
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of times you don't even know why you're sad. Yeah, you're just sad. You know. And it's tough because now you're like, I bet, what can I do to, you know, not be sad? Because you don't want to put it on the person you love.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do? You know? So it definitely does take a major toll in relationships, you know? Especially if the person that you're trying to confide in is not there like that. So now you're dealing with somebody that's not there and you're going through that.
Yeah, exactly.
That takes a major toll. So yeah, it plays a big role.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the episode that I went through a breakdown during the time I'm dating the girl I'm dating right now, and it does take a major effect because after me going through that, I haven't seen her for 5 months because I was trying to get myself back together, and she didn't take it as me going through stuff. She took it as I didn't give a fuck about her, or I was neglecting her. Or I stopped trying when that wasn't the case at all. I just had to get myself back together, and so I could get myself back in the game, so I could learn to, you know, to try to court for you, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, mental health do take a major effect in relationships, though. I do feel like it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, mental health does take a major effect, you know, because it's like life is already tough, and you're dealing with a person, and it's you and them. You know, when your mental health kicks in, it just makes dealing with the person 10 times harder, 5 times harder, I would say. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what if the person had bipolar?
Oh yeah.
You're good 1 minute, and the next minute you're just spazzing, and you could be anywhere spazzing, and you could be outside, or you can have amnesia, and the person could walk away from you.
Yeah.
And you gotta find them, and they'll probably forget. Since they have amnesia, they probably forgot their phone. So it is a lot to take sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Because you're dealing with the person, but you're not dealing with the person in the same state, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, state, my state. Yeah.
It's like you're trying to date two different people.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what it is.
And that's the thing, because it's like, all right, you look at that, and it's like, all right, what do you, like, guys, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, with that, you know, how do you handle that? You know, I've dated people who had like mental health issues, and people dated me when I was dealing with my own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They didn't understand it.
Yeah, they sometimes you got people that will be there and that will be open to your shit, and then sometimes you got people that will sit there and call you weak for going through it and not physically understand
why you're going through it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
And I'm glad us as men is opening up about this, because it's rough.
Yeah, it's hard for us. Yeah, hard for us as men to even express the topic. It's over. At the end of the day, all of us
People look as male as strong human beings that we don't go through anything. We're supposed to just take.
So
everything in the world.
So what happens if we going through this? Who gonna hold us down? And that what we need, the support of our women to be there for us.
Yeah.
When that does happen, because we can't always be strong all the time. You know.
And that's the thing, like, you know, we support, like, and here's the thing. There's times that, and not speaking for us, I'm speaking as black men in general, especially.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, there's times where I can understand where for women, we feel like we let you guys down. You know what I'm saying? But you also gotta look at it like too. You know, we're trying to try just as hard as you guys are. You know, so it's like, you know, if we gotta be there for each other, because at the end of the day, in society, no one else is, except for us. Exactly. So we gotta be there for each other in order for us as a people to grow.
That's true.
And then, of course, like, as a man, you go through stuff every day at your job, at your home.
Oh boy.
On public transportation, just walking down the street, we as men go through stuff on a daily basis.
That's true. Yeah.
We're fighting the world every day.
That's true.
You don't want to come home, like, we don't want to come home and then fight you.
Yeah. Exactly.
After just fighting the whole world. Every day. You feel me?
And don't forget the police.
It's
a big thing.
For black men.
Yeah.
You know, did you find? I read an article that, like, the cause of death by police is like the 6th leading cause of death in America right now.
That's crazy.
Wow, 6?
The 6th leading death.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a lot. So we got, like, and I'm not saying like ladies don't deal with it too, but a lot of it has been us men dealing with it.
It don't get spotlight for the men, is what we're saying.
Yeah. But I digress.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we gotta continue this in a later episode about this topic that we just took that brought up just now.
Yeah, you'll definitely hear this on a future episode.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep it moving on to love when love calls. Real quick.
So the last question, y'all: does social media cause relations to go downhill?
Hell yeah.
Yes, it do.
Hell fucking yeah.
I think especially the way you use social media when you're in a relationship. Like, a lot of people use it for personal reasons. Some people use it for business, stuff like that. But if you're in a relationship, you use it for the wrong reason, it definitely could cause downhill. I know for a fact, I know I've been single for a long time, but I know for a fact I am a flirt. And that's the one thing, if I was to get into a relationship, that's something I need to work on if I was to get in a relationship, because I am somewhat of a flirt. So, and I had girls who they get mad at me because I flirted. Like,
it's just weird. Like, how are you mad at him? You're not even dating.
And that's weird, you know. but it does play a major role as a
relationship situation.
Yeah.
It is weird because the thing with it is this, right? Like back in the days, like I'm not saying too far back, but like before social media came on, right? Before social media, you know, we had to like force to look at each other and, you know, and do our thing. But, you know, nowadays we let that distract us. We're not focusing on the person in front of us.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so social media does mess it up sometimes because the whole world's seeing it and the whole world's commenting. You have people that's could be dots and like your person too and try to comment under your pics and whatever, and it causes friction. You have the DMs and people just being thirsty. That's what I got for that.
Alright, well, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode. Let's drop the plug. You already know we drop our plugs.
You already know you can catch me at Aaron Sands Premiere, one word. And you will also catch me at Shot by Sands for all your photography needs.
You can catch me on Roddy_F and Roddy DJ Retro.
You already know Ken_MrGentleman, Ken Ken_Mr. MR Gentleman GentleMan. Also follow the Premiere Boy podcast page and the YPG page. Also check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle podcast. Season 2 is out now. Check it out right now.
Also, if you're in the New York City area and you're looking for a party, you can check out Cop Show on Fridays.
217 Barry Street. Say Premiere at the door.
Also on Saturdays, you can check out Taj Lounge.
48 West 21st Street, between 5th and 6th. Say Premiere at the door. I won't be at Catcher this week. but
we will both be at Taj tomorrow.
Yeah.
So catch us there.
And thank y'all. And tune in. Keep tuning. Thank you everybody for the support for the first 2 episodes so far.
Let's keep it going. More episodes, more support. You already know. Let's get it.
You already know. This is Ken_MrGentleman.
This is Roddy F.
And this is Aaron Sang.
Be out, y'all.
Yeah,
Later.
Have a good night, y'all.
So dangerous, YPG, dangerous, dangerous, so